Q&A time. That means you can ask me anything on Snapchat for the next 12 to 24 hours.
Hello, kid. I just wanted to ask you.
Dad, I was just wondering if you could give me some advice.
Do you have any tips?
My question to you is,
Should I go wrong?
what to do when you're in an on-off relationship with a person?
Do you think it's necessary to eat greens?
Have you ever been in love?
No matter how hard you try, why sometimes don't you succeed in the end?
Because I'm 14.
What is your biggest motivation for working out and staying fit every day? My parents are against me being vegan.
But like, I feel like I should develop more.
Let it go, but I always find myself ending up with him again.
How do I explain to them that this is what I want to do?
What's wrong with me?
And that I'm not gonna change for something that they want?
I'm convincing my parents that vegan is the best way to live.
On getting over my anxiety for public speaking.
What are your favorite books? Who's your favorite musical artist?
What kind of workouts do you recommend if you want to get abs?
A supplement if you're living in Germany and winter's coming.
Do you have any tips on convincing my parents that vegan is the best way to live?
Any tips on how to convince your parents that vegan is the best way to live? Sit down with them and watch a few movies with them. You sit down with them and you watch Forks Over Knives with them. You sit down and you watch Vegucated with them. You sit down and you watch, dare I say, Earthlings with them. You can watch Earthlings with them. That one's pretty gruesome, so maybe like you gotta warm them up with Forks Over Knives and Vegucated. And then another great one to watch I really like is Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, and Food Matters. Food Matters is a great one as well. So you just sit down, watch some movies with them, and that's a great way of showing them. And then just you being the example, and maybe print off some facts. You can't inspire everyone in the same way. Some people, they like facts. Some people, they like emotions. Some people, they like comedy. So if they like comedy, show them something funny about veganism. If they like stats, show them the facts. If they like just a documentary, show them some documentaries, man. There's so many different ways, but just sit down with them and show them. Say, Mom, Dad, seriously, let's have dinner together. Let's watch this right here. Check it out.
What to do when you're in an on-off relationship with a person and you have the same friends, but you just want to break up because it's just not good? I know I just should let it go, but I always find myself ending up with him again. What's wrong with me?
Well, that's a good one. That's a powerful one. First off, before we forget that last thing the last question she asked there was, what's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. And if you ask that question, what's wrong with me, your brain's gonna start searching for answers. You say, hey, that's wrong with me, that's wrong with me, that's wrong with me. So instead of asking, what's wrong with me, think of, how can I be better? Or, why am I so perfect? Just ask different questions and you're gonna find different answers. Ask different questions and you're gonna find different answers. So instead of asking what's wrong with me, your brain's gonna find answers for that. You don't want answers for that. You don't even want answers for that. So instead say, what's right with me? What's awesome about me? Why do people like me so much? Why does this guy keep coming back to me? Why do I end up with him? So the thing about relationships is that's it. They're just relationships. So I currently have hundreds of relationships, just like you, I'm sure. Unless you're like a super loner, then in that case maybe you have a dozen or half a dozen relationships. But I have relationships with my parents, with my cousins, with my aunts and uncles, with my boyfriends, with my girlfriends, with my Instagrammers, with my YouTubers. I got relationships all over the place. I got relationships with people I've never met. I got relationships with people I meet every day. Relationships with people I just meet up with every now and then. Some of them are intimate. Most of them are not. 99.9% of my relationships are not intimate. The ones that are intimate, that's just another level of a relationship. And when we stop hanging out, it's not like we have to break up, you know? Just because we're intimate doesn't mean that, oh, when we stop being intimate, therefore we have to break up. It's like, no, man, you're friends with someone and you want to get as close with them as you want to get with. You can hold their hands if you want. You can hug them if you want. You know, there's certain people you hug, certain people you give a kiss on the cheek, other people you never hug, other people you never give a kiss on the cheek because you're just not at that level of the relationship. So certain relationships get to the point where you sleep together, other relationships get to the point where you just kiss each other, other relationships just get to the point where you make eye contact and you feel really good in your heart just by like seeing each other, but you think that, or perhaps know that nothing else will ever escalate from that. But whatever comes from the relationship, just let it flow naturally, let it flow. Whatever happens, happens. The point of any relationship though is just to be happy together. I only hang out with my friends because they make me happy, or they don't make me happy, but I'm only around my friends because I'm happy. I only want to be around my friends when I'm happy, and I only want to be around friends who I think are really cool. And when I stop thinking they're cool, or when I stop thinking that I'm benefiting from being around them, I just stop hanging out with them. Just don't reply to their messages as often, I don't reply to the emails as often, and I just, you know, I only hang out with people I want to hang out with. And if there's someone who wants to hang out with me but I don't want to hang out with them, I don't want to hang out with them. I just don't. I just don't hang out with them. So the past 3 or 4 girlfriends I had, there was no breakup. It's just, we just stopped hanging out together. We just stopped living together. But there was no breakup. It's not like, hey, I'm never gonna talk to you again. It's not awkward between me and any of my ex-girlfriends because there was no breakup. I still consider us very, very close. I still, whenever I picture us, we're still intimate. There was no like, boom, breakup done. It was just like, hey, we move on. But who knows, maybe in a few years we're gonna get back together. Just because you stop hanging out with someone doesn't mean you're never gonna be with them again. So you and your friend getting together every now and then, that's totally normal, man. Totally normal. Don't think, just be happy that you have someone who you keep, boom, you know, you keep crossing each other's paths. That's beautiful. That's really beautiful.
Hey Ted, I don't know if you're still doing this Q&A thing, but I was wondering what kind of workouts you recommend if you want to get abs.
What kind of workout I recommend if you want to do abs. So the thing about abs is that everyone has abs. The way they look is gonna be genetic, kind of like calves and biceps. Like everyone has biceps, it's just how it's shaped is kind of genetic. Same with abs. You look at some really, really ripped guys, they got 8-packs. Look at some other people, they only got 4-packs. Personally, I think I have close to a 6-pack or 8-pack or something. I don't know. But I don't do any sit-ups, I don't do any planks, I don't do any specific core exercises. I probably should. It's just, you know, who has time? Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to add another thing onto their list. I'm already swimming, biking, and running 3 times a day. I had abs before I swim, bike, and run every single day. But just getting fit, getting to a point where you are at a low enough body fat percentage to see the abs. There was a point in my life where I couldn't see my abs, and there was a point in my life where I could see my abs simply because I started running a lot. I just got my body fat down. So there are tons of girls on Instagram. I suggest subscribing to these girls on Instagram. If they have abs, subscribe to them. Just see them in your feed. You gotta believe it. There was a time when people were like, oh, girls can't have abs. Now it's 2015, you go on Instagram, go on Tumblr, you see all these girls with abs, man. So yeah, you not only can you have a flat tummy, but you can have abs.
Hi Ted, how you going? I'm Rachel, I'm from Australia, and I hate the cold, so I often contemplate moving to a warmer climate. I was just wondering though, do you struggle with the lack of westernized people in Thailand? Because that's something that I think that I would perhaps struggle with.
Every time I go to the market, every single time I go to the market, which is 2-3 times a week, there's foreigners there, there's Raw Till 4 people there, there's vegans there. So 2-3 times a week at least I'm meeting up with other raw vegans, fruitarians, so that's really cool. Raw Till 4 crew. So yeah, there's definitely not a lack of Westerners here. And yeah, you're not designed to live in cold climates, that's for sure. You're definitely designed for the tropics. If you notice, we don't have any fur on us. We got a little bit of hair. The rest of us is just totally bare. We're totally designed for the sun. When people think of their dream, you know, dream escape, dream vacation, it's always someplace warm and sunny. You know, that's where we belong. That's where innately, we're really drawn to the tropics. We're not cave dwellers. We don't belong in houses with heaters, and you know, we're supposed to wear these fur jackets and all these things. No. We're designed to be naked outside in the tropics, just like every other animal in the world is naked in their natural habitat. So if you want to move to the tropics, I highly suggest coming to Chiang Mai, Thailand. It is the best spot for getting high quality fruit, and there's tons of vegan restaurants here. Yeah, it's super warm and friendly, and just a great place all around. Chiang Mai, Thailand, check it out.
My parents are against me being vegan. How do I explain to them that this is what I want to do and that I'm not gonna change for something that they want?
Great one. So you're already like super determined. You already know that you're not gonna change for something that they want. You're gonna be you, and that is amazing. It's very rare to see. It's very rare to see someone like yourself in the world. So thank you for sending that snap, and thank you for sharing that with the world. How to tell your parents that you're not gonna be vegan? Sometimes parents are the thickest, densest people ever. It's like talking to a wall. We've all had the experience. Most of us have had the experience with that, talking to our parents. No matter what you say, even if it's coming from your heart, there's just a wall. They just can't see it. Their attitude is just no. No matter what you say, it's like no. It's crazy. So if you tell your parents, hey mom, dad, vegans aren't the only people who get B12 deficiency, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, no, vegans are the only ones who get B12 deficiency. they just won't believe you. But if a doctor tells them, ma'am, sir, vegans actually are not the only people that get B12 deficiency. It's actually 40% of Americans are B12 deficient. Your parents are gonna be like, oh yeah, really? Okay, I totally believe you. So you could tell them something, they don't believe you. The doctor tells them the exact same thing, they believe the doctor. So sit down, watch Forks and Knives with them. Forks Over Knives. Forks Over Knives. That is an amazing one with them. You can watch a lot of doctors in that. And then just check out Earthlings. Watch Earthlings, man. People cannot watch Forks Over Knives and Earthlings and still not be vegan. Those two are just double combo, ba-boom, KO, knockout. So yeah, say mom, dad, please, I haven't asked you for much, but I need you to sit down and watch this with me. And it'll just, game changer, man, game changer. Try it.
No matter how hard you try, why sometimes don't you succeed in the end?
No matter how hard you try, why don't you succeed in the end? Success, what is success? Success in the end? Success is experience in the present moment. It's like happiness. It's like, how come, it's like no matter how hard you try, how come you're not happy in the end? Happiness is not about happening in the end. Success is not about happening in the end. Success is now. Happiness is now. Happiness can only be experienced in the present moment. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So if you know where you are and you know where you're going and you're working towards that, you're success. You're a success the moment you know what you want and you're working towards it. If you're working towards what you want in life, most people don't even know what they want in life. Most people are definitely not working towards anything except getting that 9 to 5, getting that paycheck. So if you actually know what you want, your ideal, and you're striving to reach it, you are a success. So no matter how hard you try, you're gonna be a success. Like that. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. He failed 2,000 times. An interviewer asked him, how does it feel to fail 2,000 times, Mr. Edison? He says, I didn't fail 2,000 times, I invented the light bulb. It was just a 2,000 step process. So, you fail? Good, get up, try again. You fail? Good, get up, try again. You fail in the end? Get up, try again. If you end up quitting, it's because you didn't want it. Quitting is just an indication of a lack of desire. It's all good, it doesn't make you a bad person, it just indicates that the desire is not there. So if you quit, in the end, it's because you don't want it. Simple as that.
Hi, I just want to ask, what would you say are the worst cons of living in Thailand? Because I've always wanted to move there.
Very quiet girl, her name is Tanya. She said, I think, what are the cons of living in Thailand? What are the worst cons of living in Thailand? The worst cons of living in Thailand for me, well, I'm gonna speak on Chiang Mai specifically, because Chiang Mai is where I live. So Chiang Mai, Thailand, the cons would be in basically February, March, April, smoky season. So you can't even be here in February, March, and April. It's just too smoky, so don't come to Thailand in that season. But the rest of the season, the rest of the year, it's all good. The air quality is fine. Just don't go in the city. Don't spend much time in the city. Like any city is gonna be polluted, of course. There's tons of cars going around. People say, oh, Chiang Mai city's so polluted. It's like any city, man. Any city. Go down LA, go down Vancouver, go down Seattle. It's gonna be polluted, man. There's cars around there. So yeah, another con is that this is a cultural thing about Thailand. They're very unapologetic. They're very unapologetic because in Thailand, it's all good. It's all good, mate. If they show up late, it's all good. They're very not. They're very. Let's just say there's something called Thai time. Thai time means, hey, I'll come pick you up at 5:30. That means I could be there at 6. 6:30 does not mean 6:30. 6:30 means 7, perhaps. If you're expecting to get picked up at a certain time, highly suggest you ask to get picked up 30 minutes earlier. And if they do show up late, they're not gonna apologize because it's Thailand, man. It's like whatever, it's all good. It's all good. When you get to a red light, sometimes I wait 5 minutes at a red light and I'm like, my Western brain's like, dude, come on, seriously, 5 minutes for a light? Like, I gotta get going here. No one around me is fidgeting. Everyone's just totally calm. They grew up like that. It's the world they know. In Thailand, most people in Thailand, they've never been outside Thailand. I've asked so many taxi drivers, I've asked so many boys and girls, have you ever left Thailand? Do you have any plans to leave Thailand? No. Nope, it's just Thailand is their world. So for them, a 5-minute red light is all they know. They don't know any difference. It's like explaining the color purple to a blind person. They just can't relate. They just don't know what the color purple is. They've never seen it. So that's something about Thailand. They're very unapologetic, and if you're trying to get stuff done on time, well, good luck, really good luck. And yeah, you can't really be here for February, March, and April. So those are the 3 cons. But those are 3 minor things, man. 3 minor things. There's a reason I've been here for the past year and I haven't left. Let's just say that. There's a big reason I've been here for the past 11 months and I haven't left. If you've noticed, I've been in Thailand this whole time because I'm loving it, man. Best food ever, really cheap accommodations, really great weather, really friendly, awesome people, and yeah, there's a reason I haven't left. It's so awesome. And I'm coming from Canada, man. Canada's a great place.
Hello,
kid, I just wanted to ask you, what made you want to become a vegan? Actually, what I wanted to know more was what was the turning point, what was the significant thing or moment in your life that made you decide?
The actual movie I watched was called Faces of Death. Faces of Death. And whatever kind of vibration you're in, whatever kind of vibration your body's in, is kind of what you're going to attract in your life. So I was in a really dark, low vibration in college. I was just into some really bad stuff, you know, smoking cigarettes and into some really bad stuff. And I was just watching some really gnarly documentaries, and one of them was called Faces of Death, and it was all about how things die. People dying, monkeys dying, alligators dying, hippos dying, and then it showed cows dying, and pigs and chickens in slaughterhouses. And I was the first time I ever seen inside a slaughterhouse, and I was like, whoa, man, like that's a cow, that means like that's red meat, that means like that's like a hamburger, and I eat a lot of hamburgers, so if I eat hamburgers, I'm eating that. No, I can't do it anymore. I made the connection like that, and I was like, no, no more red meat. And then go hang out with my friends, I'm like, dude, no red meat. And like, oh, no problem, man, have a chicken burger. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I'll have a chicken burger. As I'm eating the chicken burger, I'm like, no, I can't do this anymore. I like finished the chicken burger and then stopped. The next up, I was like, no chicken, no red meat for me. I'm like, oh, it's all good, have a fish burger. I'm like, crap, so I have a fish burger, and then same thing, it's like, nah, it's disgusting, it's an animal, man, no. And then one thing leads to another, you know, the spaghetti, there's some meatballs on the spaghetti, I pick up the meatballs, I'm like, it's okay, I'll eat the spaghetti, but just take out the meatballs. Then you get to a point where you're like not even gonna eat the food if it's anywhere near the meat. Then you get to a point where you don't even eat at the same table as meat eaters. And that's kind of the stage I'm at now, where it's just I'm so far removed from that animal murdering mindset that I really don't even eat at the same tables as people who are eating meat. Really try to avoid that. So yeah, one thing led to another, and that's how it happened, really.
Who are your two favorite vegans and why?
Two favorite vegans, that's like saying who are your two favorite kids. You can't have two favorite kids, man. You love them all. I love all the vegans, but two top vegans. How about the vegans that have inspired me the most? How about that? Definitely Harley, Durian Rider. I think he's inspired most vegans out there. Yeah, Harley, Durian Rider, he gets a lot of bad rep. He's definitely done a lot of things that I don't agree with. He's definitely done a lot of things that I wouldn't do, but that's like with anyone. That's like with anyone. The people I love most, my mom and my dad, they've done a lot of things I wouldn't do. They've done a lot of things I disagree with, but I still love them. Harley, he's helped me more than anyone, man. Harley, hands down, has helped me more than anyone. There's a lot of people who have helped me. There's a lot of people who have helped me, but Harley has helped me more than anyone. I really like that vegan. And Freelee as well. Harley and Freelee, just tight team, tight unit, man. If I need anything, I go to Harley and Freelee. No problem, man. They can help me out, no problem. Really reliable in my experience. They're on a mission, man. They're on a mission. And if they think you're in their way, they're gonna knock you over. Even if you don't think you're in their way, or even if you've done nothing to offend them or get in their way in your mind or in everyone else's mind, if they think you're in their way, they're gonna knock you over. So who knows, I could get knocked over as well one day. But for now, and every time I've ever dealt with them, great people. Other favorite vegan or other vegan that I would definitely rate, Tim Shieff. Tim Shieff, man. Tim Shieff is up there, man. Tim Shieff is one vegan that's doing some serious denting in this universe, man. He's putting a dent in the universe. He's definitely making his mark. He's leaving a legacy. That guy is a legend, man. Tim Shieff, check him out if you don't know him already. I'll post his name right here. Tim Shieff. Tim motherfucking Shieff. Parkour master, man. World champion for sure. Amazing guy. Definitely check him out if you don't know him already.
If you started out making really awkward videos and really uncomfortable ones, and how did you get over those if you did?
Yeah, by continuing to make awkward videos. The first videos I ever put up, I think it was like me in Hawaii. I spoke very quietly. I was very shy on camera, and I wouldn't really show me much. If I did show me much, I'd just show it very quickly, but then I'd quickly show everything else around me, in front of me, and those are really boring videos. So if you're ever making YouTube videos, show yourself.
Dad, I was just wondering if you could give me some advice on getting over my anxiety for public speaking, because I'll be presenting an essay on veganizing America next month.
Okay, so something called the terror barrier, and here you are, and here's what you want. You want to get the vegan message out there. You obviously want to do some public speaking. You want to just tell it to the masses, and here's the opportunity. Public speaking, here you are. Terror barrier. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Good! That means you're about to break through the terror barrier, and what you want is on the other side. What you want is on the other side. You know there's nothing to be afraid of. You go up on stage, who's gonna take out a gun and shoot you? No. You're just gonna go on stage and do your thing. I would highly suggest rehearsing. And get out of your own head. Get out of your own head and don't think so much, oh, what if I screw up, what if I screw up, what if I screw up? Think about the people you're talking to, man. Focus on them. Say, hey, I got a message, you guys need to hear it. Listen to me. Boom, 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 boom. Instead of thinking, oh my God, do I look okay? Do I sound okay? It doesn't matter. No one's even, don't think about yourself, man. Think about the other people. Think about the other people and just give what you gotta give. Give what you've gotta give. But definitely rehearse in advance. Just go over it over and over and over it. Get it dialed. Make a video. I suggest making at least 5 or 6 YouTube videos. In fact, make a YouTube video of your public speech. Send it to me. I'll rate and review it, comment it, let you know what's good, let you know what you can work on, and that would be great. So if you do do public speaking, film it, send it to me, and I will give you thumbs up, thumb sideways, thumb, well, here's what you can do better. So definitely get some feedback on it before you go ahead and do it.
Have you ever been in love, and what did it feel like to you? That is definitely somewhat of a lame question, but I think that you learn the most about someone when you ask those types of things. So yeah, nice to meet you.
Going after your dreams and your goals is a lot like waiting for these Snapchats to send. You really can't see the progress happening, but you know it's happening. You know that they're getting uploaded because all these other ones have been successfully uploaded. So it's just a matter of time before these ones get uploaded as well. So you gotta have that unwavering belief. You've gotta know that, you know, changes are happening. Just Snapchat's not showing me. And just like in life, you know, you can't see the progress necessarily, but you know what's happening. I know these things are getting uploaded. I know that these people are gonna see my snap soon. And sometimes obstacles come like that. You gotta retype your password. Now everyone knows my freaking password on Snapchat.